Welcome to For the Record Open Mic. I'm Emily Chung from AutoNiche. I'm going to share with you my thoughts on being one of the guys. And before we get going, here are important messages from our partners.
ShopBoss is software built by shop owners for shop owners. ShopBoss offers real solutions backed by real experience. Simply put, it's shop management software that works your way. When customers are in the lobby and cars are on the lift, you don't have time for a learning curve. Now that's where ShopBoss comes in with profit-boosting features that work the way you need them to right out of the box. From built-in DVI to robust customizable reporting, ShopBoss makes everything about running a shop work more smoothly. Plus, with their Boss Pay payments feature powered by 360 Payments, you can enter the era of totally paperless payments. From text to pay, remote payments, and consumer financing options to compliant surcharging, and now even offering PayPal and Venmo options, everything is built right into ShopBoss. Plus, everything is backed by a fantastic support team with one goal in mind: your success. Be the boss with ShopBoss.
All right, so you got to listen to me for a little bit. I have the monopoly on this mic here. And one thing that I want to share with you is just this idea that, I'm part of one of the guys. And as you can imagine, and you can hear my voice, I am female. I am Chinese. I am probably one of the few in this area of female shop owners, minority. And you can imagine the number of comments and genuine questions that people ask me. And I think it's just always interesting. I think everybody's very blessed that I'm quite polite as well. And so when I get some of these questions and these comments, that usually I'm pretty put together. But my experience has just been that, I have a lot of other shop owners, a lot of technicians that come and talk to me. And sure enough, within the first few minutes, something will come up about my gender. It's so great that, you're a woman in this industry and we need a lot more of them in here. And it must have been so, difficult for you. How did you make it through? Oh, you're such a trailblazer. And that term, by the way, drives me bonkers. I've been called that and I'm just like, no, humbly, no, thank you. And no, didn't blaze no trails here. I get that the genuineness and I get the sincereness of the question and of the whole banter. And I just want to tell you guys, just to free everybody from this, that it's okay. We're good. We are good. Come and talk to me about my business because I can guarantee you I will have way more in common with you. I would love to talk more about, employee issues, hiring the right people, getting the right margins, getting that average ticket up. I walk the same walk as you. One of the things, and again, just my opinion, that just, drives me crazy is it just inevitably swings back to being female or being Asian or being this, that, and the other. So that is a little bit of my rant. I think that if we are really going to get past this whole female and trades thing, and we got to get back to our skills. We got to get back to our character, back to, really at the heart of running a good shop, which means I got to have good leadership skills. I got to have good moral ethics. I got to have courage, to make the tough decisions. And all of those can be done, whatever gender I am, whatever body parts I come with, whatever color my skin is. So, for me, that's been on my heart for a while. I talked to a lot of students about this whole topic as well. And, from a very young age, I don't know if you guys remember, but okay, do you remember these pictures? They'll pull you two pictures up and they ask you, okay, what are the differences in these pictures, right? And you point out, oh, this person's, or the cloud is there, or the clown's missing, it's got a different color nose or whatever. You kind of pick out all these differences. And I think that at a very young age, we're all trained to look for differences. And differences are good, right? If you and I are tech and we're expecting a 5-volt reference and we see 3.2 volt reference, we know something's up. So detecting differences is a good thing, except that I think sometimes we go straight to that right away. And so it's just always interesting to me when I have conversations with people and, invariably the differences come up. And the reality is when I go to some of these training things, not only am I a shop owner, sometimes I'll still go to tech training, and I was a technician before too. I know I'm going to be probably one of the few females there. I'm probably going to be one of the very few minorities there. So there's no need to talk to me about that again, right? Because it's I already know I'm going to be different. What is so interesting to me is that I think people are they genuinely mean well, and they genuinely find it interesting, and they genuinely want the best intention to come out. And what I really think too is that maybe that's, they just don't know how else to be relevant with me other than to say those things. And I'll put it out there too, you guys, like I do feel bad for some of the men out there because you're like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I get that I'm only one perspective of this whole female, thing. And I just want to tell you, as for me, if you ever see me, just know, like, we're good. I would just love nothing more than to talk about the things that we have in common and the different struggles and even the wins. Like, I want to know how you got through some of these things, right? Again, I think that sometimes people just want to be relevant, that they, want to pick on the maybe one Asian thing that they know, or I don't know. It's just, I wish I could, think through more clearly like some of these conversations I've had, but it's been quite interesting. So in the moment where you maybe don't know what to say, let's talk business. I mean, talk to me as if any other business owner, It is an honor, though, in all seriousness, to be treated as, one of the guys. And I say that because I know some people take offense to this whole guy thing. And I'm just going to tell you, like, first of all, I think we've just gone way too serious with some of the wordings that we have everywhere. But the other thing is, one of the guys to me is like, I'm part of this community and I have put in a lot of time and sweat and tears and a lot of perseverance to be part of this community. And it is a blessing and an honor when I sit in a room. And I can't tell you the number of times where I look around and I am the only female. I am the only minority. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay to be surrounded by a bunch of, straight white men. I mean, to the very extreme, right? To me, it is, I earn my seat at the table. I'm not perfect and still a work in progress. And I humbly sit there with everybody else. And so it's been an honor to be part of that. Again, for my minutes on this mic, I wanted to just share with you my thoughts on, it's just so strange and interesting to me that in the next few minutes out that we go right to being a female shop owner or being an Asian. And another thing I think about is growing up, I never had the mindset of if I see another successful Asian female, then all of a sudden that means I can do it. And so that just has never been in my realm. And I don't teach that to my kids either. This idea that I can have some sort of affinity just by what I can shown externally. And therefore that determines my level of success. I just don't buy that for myself personally. And so I've never been that, which is why I'm also very careful if any of you ever hear me talk or read what I write, I'm very careful to not be that role model either. I understand that I had a discussion with another woman entrepreneur, and I understand that some people think that way and some people have that affinity and some people do say, oh yeah, if I see another successful Chinese person, that means that I can do this too. I get that that might be somebody else's story. And it's not mine. I'm also very careful that I don't become this role model simply because of the body parts that I come with and simply because of the color of my skin. They've got to know that they can be successful because, we have the grit, we have the perseverance, we have the vision, we have the ideas. And because of that, that's why we can be successful. And it doesn't matter, what package you come in, so to speak. So that's my 2 cents. And I'm just very blessed to have this time on the mic. And I'm Emily Chung from AutoNiche. And thanks for listening to my opinion.